Just had a beautiful conversation with a lady named Catherine with a K. I asked Catherine what is her why. She says, most people, very few people think of that question. Very few people think of that question. She says, being born, that alone gives you a why. It is not what is your why, is you are born, motherfucker. I mean, that's not what she says. I'm adding my own little flavor. But you already have a why. If you are born, you have a why. You just haven't figured it out. Then she went on to say that, the topic of religion and how, people that have religion, they have a higher, bigger why, the whole spiritual life. She also mentioned the why of your parents might have raised you, and maybe they wanted you to be a lawyer, a doctor, a surgeon. Maybe they wanted you to be a law enforcement officer or go into the military because your family went into the military, but you're like, nah, I want a career in art because I'm passionate about art. She went into that. And then she says, another bullet, another layer of this onion, she said, retirement. What happens after retirement? She mentioned, fabrics. That she walked into a fabric store and she was just like, that was like so beautiful to her. But she still had paid employment. I didn't ask her. There's a lot of, when you are having conversations with people, there's a lot of things that you can't just like, oh, where do you work? Or where this? Or where? You cannot. You have to ask the correct questions. People love a good conversation. You have to ask the correct questions. This lady, when I first approached her, she was very like sussy. That's normal. We all have that. We live in a strange world where you cannot just trust anyone. You cannot. That trust has to be built. So initially it was like, what's your name? And she was like, you haven't earned my trust yet. So I was like, cool. So what I did was I pulled my driver's license out and I just handed it to her. She didn't grab it, but she was able to read it. She was able to see my name. She was able to see my address. She was able to see all of that. That broke the ice. She then told me her name was Catherine with a K. And we continued walking, having a conversation. Like a podcast, but walking. Like a podcast, but walking. Like a podcast where you're not sitting down, you are walking. Is 10,000 steps really that hard? If you are walking, having a meaningful conversation, I don't think so. I don't think so. It's 20,000 steps hard if you are walking. I don't think so. I'm fucking blessed, man. I'm fucking blessed. I'm blessed to be alive. Blessed to be humble. Blessed to know who the fuck I am. Thanks for watching. And if you're not watching, I don't care. I don't care. I really don't, because I am living my best motherfucking life. If this upsets you right now that the screen is shaking, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.